Liverpool made 2 attempts to extend Luis Diaz's contract. Now remember, the narrative was, he's on 55k, we're underpaying him so much, it's abusive almost. What are Liverpool doing? Of course he should go. He should get out of slave labour. I disagreed with that. I questioned it. I didn't think it sounded right. Liverpool don't treat anyone that way. Why would they treat him that way? It didn't make sense to me. Now we've got an article that's shedding a little bit of light on how that may not be the correct narrative. Liverpool had made 2 attempts to extend Luis Diaz's contract before he agreed a 65.6 million transfer to Bayern Munich. He's 28 years old and we're about to sell him for 65 million to Bayern Munich. I think he should go. He wants to go for the player. He'll be happier. He'll get more money there, presumably. Otherwise, why would he agree to go to Bayern Munich unless they're paying him his demands? And Liverpool will get actually quite a tidy sum. I hope he absolutely rocks the Bundesliga. I genuinely do. And I'm going to make another video. It's going to be out later on, talking about how I really feel about Luis Diaz as a player. It comes after consistent reports throughout the summer that the number 7, Lucho, Luis Diaz, was not for sale and a new contract would not be offered. And so he wanted a better deal. However, the Times, Paul Joyce, and I tend to trust a lot of what he says, among others, have since reported that Liverpool made 2 failed attempts to extend Diaz's contract. So at least that part of the narrative is wrong. It's not that they were not interested at all in giving him a new contract. It's just that they couldn't meet in the middle. They couldn't get to a salary that Liverpool were willing to pay him and that he wanted. I'm not sure if it says how much that salary is. It is understood there was an insurmountable gap between the offers pitched by Liverpool and the demands made by Diaz's agent. Echoes Paul Gorst, meanwhile, adds that there's been no rush on discussions from the club side, and that stance led to frustration inside Diaz's camp. So if you're Diaz and you want 200,000 a week, and Liverpool are offering you 160,000, and you think that gap is too much to accept, and Liverpool say, okay, we'll go up to 165. I'm just speculating here. And you think, you've spent weeks thinking about it and you've come back with an extra $5,000 a week. It feels like you don't value me. I'm trying to be in Luis Diaz's head here. You could be frustrated and you could say, no, I definitely want to go. And even if Bayern Munich aren't going to pay you your 200,000, maybe they pay you 175 or 180. You're gutted and frustrated and annoyed at Liverpool because you feel undervalued there. Even if it's just 10,000 more a week, you might still choose to go to Bayern Munich because now you feel the relationship's a bit tarnished with Liverpool. The 28-year-old had 2 years left on his contract at Anfield, which saw him earn around 140,000 a week, considerably more than the 55,000 previously claimed. I'm still getting loads of comments saying, you clown, he's not on 140,000, he's on 55,000. I got one the other day saying he's on 40,000. It's dropping. Suddenly, Luis Diaz was only paid 10 quid a week. How dare we? Look, I believe he's on 140,000. I don't think Liverpool will be paying Luis Diaz only 55,000 a week and refusing to improve it. That would be stupid of Liverpool when they're paying Gakpo around 140,000. They're paying Darwin Nunez around 140,000. So yeah, I believe Luis Diaz is on around 140,000. Do I believe he deserves more than that? Maybe. Why not? I think he got a big bonus from winning the Premier League last season with Liverpool. I'm sure he gets performance bonuses as well. So he probably makes more than 140,000. How much should he be paid? I don't know. But I don't think 140 is underpaying him. I think that's a decent amount of money. For comparison, the likes of Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Darwin Nunez, Cody Gakpo and Chiesa are believed to be in a similar bracket. You telling me that Luis Diaz should be paid so much more than McAllister, who is so crucial to our team? Yes, Luis Diaz was key to us winning last season. He did brilliantly. He got 17 goals in all competitions, 13 goals in the Premier League. He got a bunch of assists. He actually contributed significantly well. He was our second most important forward after Salah. But McAllister, if you take him out of that midfield, it does not work the same way. McAllister was also key. So should he be paid so much more than 140,000 a week? Maybe. I don't know. But what I'm saying is I think in the big picture, I don't believe Luis Diaz was mistreated. I just don't. But as I said, I'll make another video about how I truly think about Luis Diaz as a player. Forget all the contract money and him leaving. I love him. I loved him as a player in red. I really did. I'll talk about that in more detail soon. He made a lasting impact at the club, winning the Premier League, FA Cup and 2 League Cups during his 148-game career on Merseyside. But alas, he's going to be another one at the door with Trent, Kelleher, Quansah, Nat Phillips, probably Chiesa, probably Nunez, probably Elliott, maybe Doak. Quite a big overhaul of our squad. We just won the Premier League and loads of players are going out. Loads of players are coming in. It's going to be unsettling. We may not hit the ground running. There may be teething issues at the beginning. Prepare yourself for that. But anyway, I appreciate you watching this video. Once again, you can disagree with anything I say about Luis Diaz and I'll leave a comment up and I'll respond to it and anyone else can respond to it. Start calling me names, I'll delete it. I think that's only fair. But I appreciate you clicking on this. Please subscribe and like and I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.